Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It's time for your reading. I'm a little bit late, but better late than never, right? Let me see. Get comfortable here. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. All right, so let's get into it and see what's going on. You know, I'm going to switch something up. I want to pull just one tarot card out here first, just to see what's going on. What's the whole deal about Pisces? What's going on? Wow, you got the Three of Cups. Wow, I like that, Pisces. The Three of Cups. Okay. So this is some sort of celebration. Let's see what the runes have to say, and then I'll have to pull more cards, and we'll figure it out together. All right? Okay. Okay, let's get this over here. What's going on with Pisces? Nathis. Nathis is a lacking. It's a lacking of something. And it's also a hardship. This is some sort of a hardship. Now, I don't know how how celebration comes through this, so we'll find out. This is kind of like, this is happy and celebration. This is what the whole deal is about. But here with Nathis, this is talking about a hardship and some sort of a lacking. And it could be like a lacking in anything. You know, usually I associate the lacking in money. But it could be health or something else like that too. But it's honestly, it's really hard to say because I haven't pulled any other runes out. And I usually tie the first rune with the middle rune and the last rune. So what's going on with Pisces? Wow, Hadulez. Hadulez it's like the Tower card, Pisces. It's like the Tower card. It's something shocking, right? Something shocking. You know, this is kind of like leading here to I don't know. Let's pull another rune before I speak. Hadulez means hail, and you know, yeah, usually hail is not good when it's tearing crops up, but it doesn't always have to be negative. It can be shocking. You know, what else? The sun, yeah. And and the sun and runes intensify the runes around it. So, it's definitely, the sun has really heated up this Hadulez. This is something kind of shocking. Othala. Othala in reverse is it could be something to do with the family, and it most certainly doesn't have to be. But I gotta grab my coffee here. Sorry about that. But this is more than because see, it's here in the advice column. On Othala, it talks about inheritance and, things that we inherit. So it could be like talking about, this is really telling you here not to cling to any traditions or family traditions, okay? You know, the advice of Othala is saying to, it's saying to, you know, it's basically saying to build your own, your own, legacy. All right. You know, it's talking about building your own legacy, even if it means walking away from, you know, some sort of traditional family thing. And, you know, this could be something that has been inherited, but if it's inherited, you know, if this property, this could be even property, this could be like, this could be somebody like, you know, holding on to property because they're afraid of change or something like that. Or, and the advice to them is to, you know, be more open-minded and stray away more from tradition. What else? Yeah, that's the main scoop here on Othala for the advice. You know, don't cling on to what doesn't serve you. And, you know, it's kind of like you're breaking the social norm in a way, like you're creating your own legacy. Many of you may have, you know, your own business or something like that. But it's not like you're just completely relying on what has been inherited. So, you know, if anybody had if you inherited anything, Pisces, it's telling you to not just rely on that, but to continue to move forward, to build your own legacy. All right. Yeah. What's going on with Pisces? Ooh, strength. See, we're really, really strong. We've been very strong through this. This is some sort of dispute or something about some sort of inheritance. It could be something like that. I just kind of get that. I don't really, I don't know. It just kind of looks like that. But, you know, Pisces, we're strong, all right? We're strong. And we're quite capable of building our own legacy. That's what Othala says for sure. What else? Ingwas. Huh. Aquarius energy. Huh. You know, Ingwas is a really it's a very positive rune. But it seems like somebody could be waiting on something. You know, maybe somebody's waiting on you to make some sort of move or make some sort of, I don't know. Yeah. Can't really tell yet. What's going on with Pisces? I mean, now like on this rune here we share, so this is very positive for us, but as far as they're concerned, it feels like maybe maybe you haven't contacted this person or something, or maybe something's been still and it's freaking them out. I don't know. What else? What's going on? And you have Iwas in reverse. And this person don't trust you for sure. Yeah. This person doesn't trust you for some reason or another. It could be like a rival or something. I don't know. Somebody doesn't trust you, Pisces. And this over here is like, for some reason, they're, you know, they, I don't know. This could be two different people, but this person has misread you. I think they misread you somehow. Okay, because of your stillness and your emotional distance. And this is Capricorn energy too. Capricorn could play a part. Capricorn or Aquarius. Looking at those, I also see Pisces too. What's going on with Pisces? Tiwaz, huh? Tiwaz is moving forward. This is a rune that is shared by us. This is our energy and somebody else's energy, all right? But this person's kind of like a little bit cautious. They feel, like, I don't know, it's hard for them to connect for some reason. But this is very, very positive for us because it's talking about victory and moving forward. Something victorious is going to happen. I don't know. This probably might have something to do with this. We're going to pull more cards out and find out what's going on with that. But, yeah, kind of interesting, huh? What's going on with Pisces? Fehu in reverse. Yeah, this person, actually, I was thinking they might feel like threatened or something by you or something for some reason. But yeah, Fehu here is in reverse. And this is what the hardship is. It's talking about the hardship of, this financial loss. All right? Yeah. Maybe somebody tried to steal something from you. I don't know. This is like a financial loss. The good news here, though, is, Pisces, we have this. This is promising. And this is moving forward. This is us moving forward positively. With Othala, it's saying to build your own legacy. You don't need that. You don't need to follow any certain tradition. And some of you, may have received something that was inherited to you, but it's saying to, like for example, if you're holding on to some sort of property or something just because, and you're not using it. You know what I mean? Yeah, something like that. Could be something like that. So why is the Three of Cups there? Why is the Three of Cups there? Five of Swords. See, there's that conflict. See this conflict, this shocking something. This is a conflict. This is a conflict. Othala in reverse. Something, it has to do with, for some, this is definitely some sort of dispute over some sort of inheritance for some. Why is the Three of Cups there? Justice. Look at this. Justice, Pisces. So, you know, that's a good sign. See T-Waz right here? And look at his belt buckle. And on this card, it's twice. So it's like double justice. So you're going to have justice. There's going to be some sort of justice coming, Pisces, over this dispute. Maybe that's why this person here has distrust for you, because they feel of you as a threat or something. Something like that. I don't know. What else? What's going on with Pisces? Justice. The Six of Wands. Wow. This is our success, Pisces. This is why we're celebrating. We're going to have some sort of justice. All right. There's going to be some sort of justice over this dispute here. All right. And we're going to be successful. This is like, you know, success. This is our success, our justice. Look at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. This is like, you know, this is a wish fulfillment. This is like, you know, this is being rectified and being found right. Okay, so if anything was done, anything was wrong to you or something like that, this is what you don't see. You're going to be, this is, you know, this is your justice. I'm trying to think of a word for that, for this, but this is like, this is definitely telling you that if you were wrong, you're going to be righted. Righted. If you're going to be wrong, you're going to be righted. Yeah. That's kind of funny. So this is like, you know, especially if there's something in court, if there's anything that, I guess the best way I could say it, like, if, for example, if it's a court case or something, you're going to be found right. I mean, you know, this is your victory and your wish fulfillment. So, and this is some sort of, this could be some sort of family conflict. It just really could. I just feel that. So why is Fehu there in reverse? Now I want to explain to you what Fehu is. This is Fehu. Now Fehu in reverse is talking about, you know, a loss of money or money. Gosh, I wish I could think of the right word for this, but I just can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, but trust me, it's very good. Why is Fehu there in reverse? Wow, you got the Death card. You got the Death card. So, and look at this. This is Anzus. Anzus is on the bottom of the deck there. See, so Anzus is good news, and this is the end of this. It's like the end of a cycle. This is a very difficult cycle that we've been very strong moving through, and now that cycle has come to an end, and we're moving into a new cycle. Yeah. The bottom of the deck, you got the Five of Wands and the Two of Wands. So what this is telling me, Pisces, is, you know, it's the end of a tough cycle. You know, we're moving away. This is going away. This conflict is going away, and we're going to be sitting here and making plans. And our plans are going to work out just fine. But it's our plans. This is something that is not traditional. It's not, just like what Othala says. It says, you don't need to get into some traditional crap. Yeah, this is, you know, this is non-traditional, and it's moving in your favor for sure. Look at this wish fulfillment here. Yeah, this victory. I like it. I'm glad I do the cards too, because the rune read didn't really look all that too promising alone, standing alone. What else is going on with Pisces? You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. I like that. Let's get some more warm runes. These are the warm runes, you guys. They're from Ireland and Scotland. And they're pretty old. They go back to prior to the Roman Empire, so they're pretty old. Wow, that one wanted to really fly out. Maybe we'll just take it. Farron. That's a good rune, too. What else is going on with Pisces? Shalia. Farron and Shalia. Look at Shalia. You see those scales there? How they're balanced? You know, kind of like with Justice. Except this isn't a traditional Justice card, but still. The scales are balanced. Huh. What else is going on with Pisces? Diazothal. Huh. Alright, so let's see what these talk about. They're all very good runes, you guys. So let's see here. Farron. And Farron's kind of, you know, chill. He's like, you know, let me see if I can find it. Newen, Farron. There we go. I knew I was in the right alphabet. But yeah, Farron here is the alder tree, right? She's sitting there next to an alder tree. The meaning of this card is spiritual guidance, creativity, choices, and emotional safety, you know, protecting yourself from harm, right? But don't worry, Pisces, it says right here, you and your loved ones are safe. One of the moon cards said that, so I don't know where it went. It disappeared. There it is. Oh no. You and your loved ones are safe, yeah. Right in front of my face. And it says to also listen to your intuition, of course, you know. Gather information for the best. This is also, Nathis is talking about gathering information and learning. So this is telling you to gather information, you know, and knowledge for the future. Now let's look over here to Shalia. And Shalia is the willow tree. This is the willow tree. And the meaning of this is balance. Remember I was talking about these two scales up here, talking about balance? Balance, intuition, being closely connected with the phases of the moon, and perfect timing. This can also talk about romantic feelings that you may have as well, Pisces. But willow trees are usually located near water, and since the movement of water is related to the moon cycles, these are closely connected with the moon. Willow tree is also related with divination and intuition. So in other words, keep an open and healthy, you know, outlook and use your intuition for sure. Because it's just like, you know, you have that natural intuition in you. So it's telling you to just make sure and use it, you know. That's basically all that's saying. Let's get over here to get over here to Piazzathal. Piazzathal, where is it? There it is, right here. Piazzathal. It doesn't look like Diazethal because it starts with an N. But the name of the tree of this is broom or reed. And now it's a dispute between, you know, some experts on this. Some people think it's a broom. Some people think it's the reed tree. But, you know, the bottom line is what we want to know what it means. And it's talking about health and liveliness and strength. Look at this strength. Wandering healers. You may need to take care of your health, Pisces. This is talking about your health, okay? So, yeah, and you may need to cleanse, you know, cleanse disease, cleanse unwanted energies. You know, use your Palo Santo or your sage, take salt baths, things like that. That's what this is talking about. Okay, it's really important that you remove, you know, a lot of that unwanted energy. Okay, Pisces? Yeah, it could be, somebody could be, you know, having some health issues. So, you know, but make sure that you're taking really good care of your health. And, yeah, that's a priority for somebody. All right, that's not for everybody, but that's a priority for somebody. That's what I feel. Unless, gosh, this thing just doesn't want to stop beeping. My phone. It's going ding. What's going on with Pisces? These are shadow cards, Pisces. Need validation. Seeking reassurance for your achievements, emotions, or decisions. Okay. And what else? Resistance. Holding on to old beliefs and refusing to adapt can hinder personal growth. So make sure that this is exactly what Othala is telling you, Pisces. You don't need to hold on to traditional things, you know. It's going to hinder your personal growth if you do. So, what else? Oops. Overthinking, analyzing every possible outcome and becoming paralyzed by indecision. I like these cards. They definitely, you know, they make you think, you know what I mean? And I like to use them because it brings that up to the surface so we can heal them. What else is going on with Pisces? Oh, that one fell right out, so I'm going to grab it. Embodiment. Now is the time to make your mark in the world. You decide what feels right for you. Embody your leadership power and create your world out of your deepest desires. Yeah. Wow. Wild and wonderful. Wild and wonderful. Why focus on limitations and realism? Breakthroughs and miracles require no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every day. What else is going on with Pisces? It's coming. Hope is on the horizon in the face of challenges. And remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you, Pisces. Yeah. And I really like that card, especially because I see this death card here somewhere. There it is. See? There it is. It's coming. Hope is on the horizon in the face of challenges. This is a big challenge. This, you know, this Fehu here in reverse, especially touching Nathi's. But it's this is coming to an end. This is, you know, and something new is coming. So I really kind of appreciate that card for sure. Let's see, what else should I pull out? I think that's about it. I think that's all I really am going to do today, Pisces. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.